Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to review some of these magazines, and let's get started. And hope everyone's doing well. I just got back from my vacation, and it was quite hot, to say the least. We went to Las Vegas, and my husband loves Las Vegas, and so we've been going about twice a year. And so this last time we took my son and his girlfriend with us, and to celebrate his birthday and to celebrate our anniversary. So anyway, my son was telling me, I thought I was keeping up with the temps in Las Vegas, but it was like 108 to 110. And he said one day, which my son was out there outside more than we were, but he said it was 117 one day, which I did not realize that, but I don't think there's much difference between 110 and 117. I mean, it's just flat out hot. And we did have a couple days where, you know, we would go out and it would be kind of a breeze. I have to stop and drink each time because I don't know if I developed something while I was out there, but I got a little bit of a dry cough right now, and I'm trying to get over that. So my voice does sound a bit scratchy, and I don't know if it's from sucking in all the dust out there or what have you, but yeah, I mean, it was crazy out there, to say the least. We had a great time. Met a lot of great people. I love this page. I don't know if I'm going to be pulling out anything today, because I know my pages will get lost somewhere, so I'll just have to go back through. But yeah, I do love this page. I love cutting out chairs. Anytime I see round objects, I mean, all three of these would be good in a background somehow. And actually, that lady would too, but change her head, put another head on it or something. Just think of what I could get to put me a notepad there. I guess I'll use these sticky notes. Yeah, and I had my nails done, so can't wait to have those taken off. It's hard to do anything with nails, but usually when I go out of town, we always do that. Me and my son's girlfriend went and had our nails done. And I had posted a video the other day of being down at Container Park, and there was this dragon down there that sings, so I had to take the video down because it was a copyrighted video. So, and getting around, we usually like to take the Deuce bus to get to Fremont Street, and to say the least, it's very hot waiting on the bus, and sometimes getting on the bus, sometimes it was hot, and sometimes it was cold. and depending on how many people were on the bus. But the day, I think, either the day before, I think it was the day before Labor Day, it was most crowded. They not only filled up every seat, they tried to fill up the aisles with as many people as possible, which was very uncomfortable, to say the least. We were packed in there like sardines, but on the flip note, they was trying to get as many people to where they was going. And, you know, so if there was 100 people at the bus stop, there was 100 people getting on the bus. And I can't blame them. You know, it was to benefit us. I mean, you was going to feel kind of uncomfortable riding the bus like that, but, you know, they were trying to get people in and out of the heavy crowds. So, you know, they did their best, and we dealt with it. And so it usually, from the Strip down to Fremont Street, as many stops as they have to make, it takes like 1 hour. And probably by car, if it wasn't crowded, it would probably take you 10 minutes to get to Fremont by car. But since we're riding the bus, and the bus does have to stop at about every other hotel, it did take an hour. And then coming back, we had never ever tried to take the Deuce bus coming back. It's a nice picture of Adele. I love these two ladies. Don't know how I'll use them yet. I love this lady. Trying to do something with her. But, yeah, getting, you know, taking the Deuce bus down, you know, we could have took an Uber or something like that, but it was like 4 of us. So we was trying to do it as cheaply as possible. And, so once we get down there, like, I think the first night we went was Friday night. And we probably didn't go till 9, 10 o'clock that night, because we were waiting on the sun to go down. That's just how hot it was. And so once we got down there, and while I was there, one thing we didn't realize, things were still closing earlier than we thought. You know, we thought since the Strip was open till 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning, that, you know, all these establishments would be open that late, but they weren't. So, you know, getting down there at 9, a lot of places were closed. And so then, you know, you had to go to the next establishment, the next one, and the next one, trying to even find something to eat or something to drink. So then when the bars close, all you have is like open bars that are on Fremont Street, which the one we were getting our drinks at they were like 25 a piece, but they were huge cups. To me, it looked about like a, I don't know, this size, probably, well, here's my Gold Peak tea that I'm drinking. It's 16 ounces. I would say it was probably a 24 or better ounce cup. I don't know. It was quite large, kind of like a quart. Like if I had a quart jar. Like these ladies, just kind of blurred. Like the color for some reason. And, you know, that was the only place we could find to even get a drink. And, the thing about it, the bigger the drink, the more alcohol. And plus, I felt like I was carrying this 5-pound dumbbell around with me. I mean, it was huge and heavy. And plus, it's open. And, so I was carrying that thing around, so not to carry the weight around, because my husband was carrying his, I was carrying mine, not to carry so much weight around. I was trying to hurry up and drink it down. I always like this lady's face. And at best, I had to really drink it down. So when I did, I was, didn't have a lot on my stomach, because the whole time we were there, I was trying not to eat a whole lot of bread and lay off the bread. I mean, they do give you huge portions of everything. Not going to lie about that, because a lot of things, my husband and I, before we ever went down there, we said we would split a lot of the meals because they're huge. And we kind of can't eat all of it. So, anyway, when we got down there, we had to eat from this food truck that was closing like at 10 o'clock. I think we just arrived at 10 o'clock down there. And, so I'd had some barbecue. And, anyway, then, we had the drink and walked around a little bit. And not having a whole lot of barbecue on my stomach, since me and my husband had split it, it had started kind of like this textury thing right here. I'm still keeping those envelope windows. Maybe I can do something. I don't know. This envelope window may go with that somehow. And, so yeah, the more I drank and tried to get rid of the drink, yeah, I was starting to get intoxicated, because, I don't drink at home. I like to drink when we go out, but not a 24, 32-ounce cup. And I was getting quite, not tipsy, but kind of out of my head. And, anyway, and then it was kind of warm down there. They do have misters, that these big old fans that are above you that throw the mist down onto people. But I guess with Lake Mead drying up and everything, I could see that they had cut back on that, cut back on a lot of water things. And you could tell, like, when you went in the bathroom to use the water at the sink, they, looked like they had cut either the pressure down or something, trying to conserve water. I mean, you were made to conserve water. And I was really surprised that even the flow head in the hotel we had, I was surprised that that wasn't cut back, because I was just anticipating it was going to be. And we normally stay at the Vidara, but we always book maybe 5-6 months out. But when we went this time, it was the same as Park MGM. I think this was in my last video. Last one of my videos, these dresses and such. I think I still want to use them somehow. And we normally stay at the Vidara, but we'll book it, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months out, and we can get it for the same as we had paid at this Park MGM, which we've never stayed there, but you know, the later we waited, we were running out of options. And you know, there's so many hotels with so many amenities and stuff, and we, you know, had this M Life card, so that's what we were trying to do, rack up the points with our M Life card, which, you know, there's a whole bunch of hotels down there, but only a select few are with M Life and the Vidara. So the next option was the Park MGM, which it did not have none of the amenities that I was used to at Vidara. The Vidara is very luxury hotel. But like I was saying, you could have got the Vidara, a 5-star hotel Vidara, booking it 5-6 months out for the same price as a 4-star hotel that had hardly not the amenities that this 5-star had. But when we failed to do so, when we failed to book it 5 months in advance, you know, the rates kept going up. After we came back in March, the rates started going up. So, you know, that's about the time that gas had went up. I love this. I'm always cutting out jewelry. And the rates had gone up. And so when we finally did say, okay, we need to stop the bleeding, go ahead and book. And we did, but we, like I said, we booked the Park MGM, and I said, okay, we'll give it a try, which we probably saved $2,000-$3,000 on 2 rooms. And so that's what we did. But the drawback on Park MGM, I know I'm getting way off from my Fremont Street story. The difference on the Park MGM was that they don't have a refrigerator, so you're going to have to use the ice bucket the whole time. And the Vidara had a full kitchenette, which I love, with a refrigerator, stove, microwave, everything. And it even had 2 big flat screen TVs, 2 beds, a huge soaker tub, and everything. But like I said, Park MGM does not have a tub. And I told my husband, I said, they don't even have a clock radio. I love that. Love that. I said they didn't even have a clock radio. They did have a phone over there, but, you know, it wasn't quite as nice as the phone that we were used to, because the Vidara had a phone kind of like an office-y, executive type phone. Like this. This would be good ephemera. If you wanted to cut it out and put a backing on it. I think it would look good maybe if a little bit of a raised cardboard backing. And I like these flowers. I believe I've used them before. Oh my God, I guess every collager is going to be using this. I don't know how right now, but and I love that. And yeah, I could be tearing these pages out, but like I said, guys, I've already got so many buckets over here with collage papers in them. And I forgot what my story was at Fremont. I think I was talking about places that were closing early and having to get the food down there. But, oh, I know what I was talking about now. The misters that were putting the water down onto people. And then I was talking about the flow in the hotel, and that's how I got off on it. But anyway, the misters were not working at all. The fans, they did not have going. So, and then down on Fremont, on top of walking between these two strip type malls and hotels on either side, it has a big old canopy over it. And the canopy was keeping any kind of airflow from coming in and out of there whatsoever. And we used to watch these other YouTubers, which one is called Sin City Manny, and we're on his live stream if y'all want to check him out. And then the other channel they have is Sin City Family with Manny and Julie. If you want to check them out, we're on their live stream also on Friday night and Saturday night. But normally their live stream is 3 hours or better long. So to see me and my husband on there, if y'all want to check us out on Sin City Family, you would have to look at about 3 hours worth of video. And I told my husband I was just tired of making a damn fool of myself down there. You know, there's, you know, a bunch of YouTubers down there. And we're always on their chats. And a lot of the YouTubers know me and my husband because we're on their chats. Their live chat streams. So, yeah, I said, after I went back and watched a couple of them, I said, Lord, I hope nobody sees all that. It was just too much. I said, make me, you know, I'm out there dancing and looking like a fool. But anyway, it's all good. It's, you know, time to let go. And, but then, let's see, I think that was Friday night. Well, come Saturday morning, we were still down there Saturday morning, 2, 3 o'clock. And about 4 o'clock, we decided to leave. And everybody said, oh, you just catch the bus and go back, blah, blah, blah. It's so easy. So then we look up, where do you catch the bus to go back? Because I was thinking where they let us off, they were coming down the strip to Fremont Street, and then they cut over 2 blocks down to let us off, which looked like a kind of sketchy part of town. Plus, it's not lit up over there. It's totally dark. So it would be like, you know, be like you in your own hometown if you went to downtown where you live, or a bad part of town, you know. As far, if it's on Fremont, that's fine. But 2 blocks over and it being dark, it's just sketchy. I'm not saying that it could have been a bad part of town, but it's just not the best feeling in the world. I don't want to be walking in some dark, abandoned place 2, 3 blocks over at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. So we went and tried to get on the bus back where we were, and some people had came up to us and said, what was we doing? We said, we're waiting on the bus to go back. They said, well, the bus don't pick up there. And I'm like, oh, it don't? So here we were waiting for 15, 20 minutes. We're exhausted. You know, it's 4 a.m. in the morning. We're exhausted from standing. And she said, no, you got to go over there to catch the bus. So we went over there to catch the bus. Well, after waiting 10, 20 minutes over there, a bus finally pulls up, and we're thinking we're getting on, and the bus driver says, this is the end of the stop. This bus is out of service. We're thinking, you're kidding me. They said, no, it's out of service. They said, you're going to have to go somewhere else catch the bus. And I said, where do we catch the bus? And it's like, nobody down there knows where you are to catch the bus. So anyway, we walked back to Fremont Street, and we asked the cops down there, do you know where we are to catch the bus? And some of them down there didn't even know, that worked down there at the Fremont, didn't know where we were to catch the bus. I like her shirt. I like that cowboy hat. Some of them down there didn't know a lot about the bus, which, you know, that's not their job, but you would think they had been asked that probably a lot of times that they would have known. So finally, they told us where we could catch the bus, and, you know, there's people standing there. There's trash. It looked like, you know, after Fremont gets full, it's trash. So many people have dropped their drinks, spilt drinks, and what have you. I mean, it's just a sticky, hot floor down there. And I told my husband, I said, when I get back, I'm going to have to burn all my shoes. But anyway, so we go over there at the other bus stop and waited. And I bet it was another 20, 30 minutes of waiting. So here it is now going on 5 o'clock. And the bus finally comes to pick us up. So, you know, mind you, it's going to take an hour to get all the way back. So by that time, I think we've kind of fell asleep on the bus. And, you know, it's a double-decker bus on top of that. So by the time we get to our hotel, there's a man that was up top. And it was like 4 of us down at the bottom. And me and my my son's girlfriend had kind of went to sleep. And so, you know, when we finally woke up, when our bus came to, you know, we was kind of slow getting off the bus. Well, we was not fast enough, so the bus driver closed the bus doors and started to take off, and the man upstairs hollered, "Stop," as loud as he could. And then the bus driver throws on the brakes and about slams us all in the floor. And he was up there yelling. He was mad. And he said, you know, what the H was y'all trying to take off for? You know, these slow-ass people in front of me. I guess he was throwing off on us, but, you know, we were kind of slow getting off the bus. You know, that was our fault. But I'm glad he yelled. So we kind of get back to our room probably about 6 a.m. And, you know, this time it's time to get up. The sun's coming up. And something I like about her. I think she would look good with a big head or even with this head. I'll put one of these green stickers. And so, you know, when we get back, we are truly exhausted. I mean, just the bus ride alone, you know, to keep having to stop. There's one of them that I know everyone wants to cut out, but like I said, cutting around this frilly thing would be the trick, but I do like her red boots. Oh, look at that. It's like they got shark's teeth or, I don't know, vampire teeth or something. I don't know if they're supposed to resemble sharks or what. That's kind of cool. Not kind of cool. It is cool. And, so like I said, well, we were, okay, getting off on another note, talking about something else. So, my son has always wanted to eat at Hell's Kitchen. So we, said we would take him and his girlfriend out to eat for his birthday to Hell's Kitchen. And which we knew it would be expensive. And another cool boots. And so, we knew it would be expensive. So anyway, but when we got down there, he had already had reservations like 3-4 months in advance. But anyway, they had gave us a great seat. And so they sat us down, and, I was going to pick out some kind of meat, which the meat might have been $25 or and up. So I said, okay, I'll pick out a meat. But the meat, then I think if you picked out the sides to go with the meat, I was thinking they were something like $13, $14 a piece for your sides. So I guess she would be good for a big face page. I mean, her outfit would. So then the waiter tells us that we have all you can eat, not all you can eat, let me rephrase that, a 4-course meal over here that's all inclusive, that is cheaper than you buying all these over here separate, which, we weren't going to be buying dessert, which that was going to be expensive too, but they had this one 4-course meal, which had, I'm trying to think of the name of it, maybe I'll think about it here in a minute. But it was the meat. Then it had the salad. Your drink. No, not the drink. A salad. Another choice of a side. And then the dessert. But I think it was just one type of dessert. You couldn't get, you didn't have a choice between any dessert. And we all agreed to that. So, still trying to think what's the name. It was the meat that was wrapped. It was wrapped up. I can't think of the name of it, but it's wrapped in bread. Very beautiful. Anyway, so we all agreed to that combination, which that was $90. Which it would have been way more than $90 had we chose to get a steak or something over here, which might have been 30 some for the steak and blah blah blah, and and we would have paid upwards of 80, not even getting the dessert or the drink. So anyway, we all agreed to get that, and I think on the salad thing, I think it had different sides you could choose between a salad and something else. So 2 of us got salad, 2 of us got the shrimp something. And then we ordered our drinks, and your drinks are something like $20 a piece. Or just say thereabouts, $18 to $24. So thereabouts. So, everything was really, really good. And, like I said, we did have good atmosphere, great seating, and all that. And I think our bill came to, I don't know, $4.50. Something like that, $4.50. And I think my husband added $50 tip. I think they had suggested down there for our bill, they had suggested like $100 tip. But we decided to do the $50 tip. And anyway, so to say the least, we've never spent, I mean, well, when we've gone in the past, it's never been 4 people either, but I guess for Hell's Kitchen during Labor Day weekend, I guess $500 is not bad for them. But it's really baffling me. I cannot remember what the name of the meat is, but anyway. And then we, to talk, we did the high roller, which is that big Ferris wheel down at the promenade. And so actually we were not going to do it at first, and then one day you know, my son's girlfriend had texted me and said, well, what was we going to do tonight? And she said, do you want to go somewhere on the link? I mean, at the, well, the promenade has a hotel there called the Link. So I said, yeah. I said, let me look up some things down at the promenade and I'll get back with you. So actually I had seen on the website to ride that big Ferris wheel. Now, not remind you, but to tell you, about a year ago, my husband and I had got on that big Ferris wheel, and I think we paid $35 each, and this was daytime, because they have like a daytime ride and a nighttime ride. And of course, the nighttime is going to be more. But you know, since I was telling you guys that we used to stay in the Vidaro, and we normally stay at a really high room, like 25 and up, we can see all of Vegas. So we thought, you know, we didn't really need to see it at night, because, you know, we could see all of Vegas at night. But we just wanted to ride the wheel, so it didn't make no difference to us if we rode it during the day. So, like I said, we had to pay $35 when we did the first time. So then when I re-looked it up, and now this was Labor Day. I looked it up, and I happened to see tickets for $15. And I forget, it might have been like Vegas.com or something I've seen for $15. I'm thinking, wow, $15. They said they was giving some kind of promotional deal for Labor Day. And I said, wow, you can't beat that. I said, you know, I'll tell my husband, go ahead and order them. So when we get on the website, I don't know if their website had crashed or what, but we could not get through. And so I was telling my husband, I said, God, I'm wondering if so many people have booked it and so many people are on their phones down here. You know, I said, how many people could there be down there? It's Labor Day. And so, anyway, so he couldn't find them on that website. So I said, okay, since we can't get through, I said, let me look at another website. So I found them on another website for $17. And I said, wow, that's still a good deal. And so we tried to get onto that website, and it would not let us. So, anyway, here's those earrings or bracelets or whatever I've used once before. Which, you know, I cut them out and then cut them in half and just put them all around the page. And so anyway, we got on the website with the $17 deal. And we could not get through on that one. So, I went out there and kept looking, and I found one for $20. So finally, the one for $20 let us get through. So we went ahead and booked 4 of those, and I'm thinking the whole time, I thought, wow, by the time we get down there, I'm thinking, what kind of line are we going to stand in? And on top of that, we don't have to pay to get tickets. We already have tickets. So, you know, I'm thinking we're going to have to stand in this long line like we're purchasing tickets when we can just go straight on up. But, you know, I don't know where to do that at, and I didn't know if anyone was going to be back there to direct me where to go and what have you. So it was 4 of us. So anyway, we get down there, and there's not even a line. Now, this was right at dusk. The sun was going down, and, you know, there wasn't even a line. I was just shocked. I mean, this is Labor Day, and I'm thinking, okay, everybody must have went home that morning. But anyway, I walked right up. The ladies, I said, I've got 4 tickets here on my phone. I got the QR codes, and she goes, let me scan them. She scanned them, and we was on our way up the you know, escalator towards the link. I mean, the high roller. I mean, I was just shocked. That's very pretty. I just got too many very pretty pages, and I ain't gonna know where's what. So, anyway, we go straight on up. We're riding this, you know, high roller, and the sun's going down. I was telling my husband, I said, my God, we paid $20 to ride it to see the sunset. I said, for $20, we was just, you know, I couldn't believe it, and I couldn't believe we just got straight on. But it was gorgeous. It was, you know, to say the least, very gorgeous. And then when we got through with that, you know, we went out to another dinner. And then I think we just went on back to the room. We were exhausted by that time. And I think the days that were crowded the most were Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday kind of thinned out. I guess a lot of people had to go back on Sunday because, you know, I guess they had to prepare to go back to work, what, that Tuesday? And, but anyway, trying to think what else we did. Oh, but we did see a lot of crazy people down there. I'm telling you, just crazy people talking out of their heads. Oh, I got to tell you guys about this one story. It might bring a tear to my eyes. But I'm thinking, here, me and my husband was down there, you know, complaining about the weather, the heat, which he doesn't complain so much about it as I do. But anyway, so we're walking to get to one of the casinos, and it's early morning, and early morning, it's already 95 at 6, well, about 7 in the morning. It's probably upwards of 90s at that time. And we came upon this man. He was homeless. On top of being homeless, he did not look like he had a lower body, because he was in the wheelchair, you know, and it had the cloth sides to it, so we could tell there was no legs out on the wheelchair. But he was a homeless person, actually, you know, doing the wheels with his chair and everything, and you know, kind of talking out of his head, which I could understand. And I was telling my husband, I said, wow. I said, you know what? I said, we had leftovers up in the room where we had just ate breakfast. And I said, we had our leftovers. I said, I wish we had brought them with us. I said, I'd have gave them to him. But I said, here we are out on the strip complaining about it's too hot, how far we got to walk, and, you know, about nitpicky stuff that don't matter to no one. And here he is with no lower body, no one to help him whatsoever. Now, you know, as far as you and I go, if we had no lower body, first thing we would want is someone to push us or wheel us around, or better yet, take care of us. I know without a shadow of doubt that's what we would all want. Someone to wheel us around and to take care of us. He didn't have either. He did not have either. I don't know who gave him the wheelchair, how he got it, or whatever. I don't even know where the man got his next meal from. But I told my husband, I said, I've done a lot of complaining down here about this hot weather. And I said, you know what? That has really put a different perspective in my eyes. You know, be more grateful. It's about to jerk a tear in me, but yeah, be more grateful. If you were already, you know, I'm already a grateful person. I think gratitude, but be even more grateful. I mean, you know, whether, you know, we would be down there, and I know people were complaining about the shoes they wore. That maybe I seen women walking in shoes down there that you could tell they were killing their feet. And, you know, a lot of people, we could hear a lot of bickering, you know, 110 degrees, 117 degrees on that pavement down there. We're people going to bicker, people going to get into it. And, you know, which I've seen people down there, you know, walking their dogs. And I'm thinking, their dogs, you know, look like their eyes were bulging out of their heads. Because not only that pavement's got to be hot on their feet, but that had to be brutal. And I even seen, like, there was a homeless person down there that had a dog. That even had a dog. So I was thinking that poor dog didn't know what's going on, or didn't know where it was going to be getting its next water, even a water bowl from. But I just seen so many dogs down there, and I'm thinking, wow, I know their feet are probably burning up. Just to tell you how hot it was, my husband and I went to the pool several times, and you know how they have the chrome rail that goes into the pool? When I grabbed that thing, I thought I was grabbing my oven rack. That's how hot that thing was. I about burnt my hand. Told my husband I probably wouldn't have been no different had I not grabbed my oven rack. But, let me take another drink here. But I thought, wow, I mean, yes, it was very hot. Even being in the pool, it was hot, but, you know, to say the least. But we did enjoy the pool, and they did have a hot tub down there, to say the least. But I even got in the hot tub several days just to my legs, you know, were aching. Is that a refrigerator? Oh my God. Wallpaper or refrigerator. I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening. If I told my husband, could we get some wallpaper and put over our refrigerator? I guess if yours is white, looks pretty bad, I would try that, but on second thought, I don't know. But anyway, like I said, the homeless man, we seen several other people walking around talking to themselves, and you know, and we saw several homeless people sleeping on the strip. They might have, you know, seen like underneath the escalators or underneath something. You know, they'll just lay down on the strip and, you know, go to sleep. It don't have to be no tucked away place. They'll just lay down on the strip. And it's just sad to see. It you know, it really doesn't matter where you live. There's homeless people everywhere. And like I told my husband before, as you know, they had said something on the news. They were trying to address getting all the homeless people off the strip. But you could see that was not effective because, well, there's so many shootings and stuff going on in Vegas right now that, you know, the police are needed very badly elsewhere than trying to pick up all these homeless people. But I told my husband, with all the money that is generated through gambling, I don't see why, you know, these hotels are making millions upon millions of dollars. Why don't the hotels, you know, they got several off-strip hotels that are shut down. Why don't these hotels pay to have all these homeless people put in a homeless shelter in one of those hotels that looks like they're broke down and, you know, no one's using? You know, instead of having 4 or 5 homeless people laying on my hotel doorsteps, I would rather, you know, house all of them somewhere. But then I guess you got to pay employees to keep these people up in housing. But once again, like I said, they're making billions, millions and billions of dollars off of us that they could pay to have them all put somewhere off strip. But anyway, I know one thing. I am glad to be back home. And to me, I guess Vegas is like the beach. We all love the beach, but there's no way I could take that heat day in and day out. You know, I live in North Carolina, and I have to say I am truly blessed to live where I live. We definitely get 4 seasons here, all 4 seasons. You know, it's very comfortable. We're never in the above the 100 mark. I'm sure there's days that may feel like above 100, but I thought that was like that picture. You know, we're very blessed here not to have the 100-degree days or 110-degree days. But we may have more humidity, but still, we do get a definite fall here. We get a definite winter. We have a definite spring. You know, I told my husband, this is home. I mean, you know, in Vegas, you could see all the beautiful mountains, around the hotel and all the such, but I said no. I mean, I love Vegas, but I wouldn't give it up for anything. Wouldn't give up here for anything. Okay, guys, I guess I bored you all enough. And anyway, hope you enjoyed it today. And hope you all have a good day. And as always, hit the like button and hope you'll subscribe. And see you tomorrow.